Today we are escaping the bounds of traditional garlic and working with their flowers instead of the bulbs. I'm gonna show you how to make these things into tasty treats. Up until a few years ago, I didn't even know that these garlic flowers existed. These are called garlic scapes. And we've been growing these exact garlic scapes for several months now. Let's go take a look at what we did to plant and harvest these flowers. We are back in the garden 9 months after we planted this garlic, and it's not ready to completely pull up out of the ground yet, but you can see these little curlicues that are coming out of here. These are actually the flower of the garlic, something that doesn't get talked about too much, and I didn't know too much about them up until Ray started growing them in the backyard. These are called scapes, and they're regularly plucked from the garlic because you want the energy to go into that bulb and you want the bulb to get as big as possible. But when you break off the scape, and you can break it off and you can hear how crunchy and wonderful it is, you break it off, it becomes like a garlicky asparagus. We're gonna gather all of these up, take them back into the kitchen and make something delicious. Okay, come on, come on, come on. I'm directing you to flavor. And I got two fun ways, one over here, of preparing these scapes. They're both all gonna be crunchy, garlicky, and delicious. One's gonna be a little cool, one's gonna be a little hot. Let's show you the first one. So we have our largest garlic scape here, and the size doesn't really matter so much. But the first thing you want to do is get rid of this flower here. Anything from this little neck between the stem and the flower up, you don't want. It's woody, it doesn't taste very good. You want to be left with these long scapes. Wherever you plucked it from is completely fine. And the way we're going to make these work for this dish is by starting off by trimming off the flowers. That's all we're worried about right now, just getting rid of the flowers. Doop-a-doo. And I think it's about time that I tell you what we're doing. We're going to make some pickled garlic scapes. This will be a quick pickle, just something you can use overnight the next day, just to give them a little bit more zip, a little bit more flavor. But really, you can make this a quick pickle or you can let it sit in the fridge for a month and it's gonna be fine. So I have taken all the flowers off of these scapes and it's left us with these long stems that we've picked off of the garlic. And what we're gonna do is start to curl them into our jar here. You just follow the natural curl of the scape and just let it fit into the jar. And you can do it as pretty or as not pretty as you want. But they'll just wrap up nice and neat inside your jar. Once you start to fill up the edges, you kind of want to try to take the smaller ones maybe, wrap them a little bit tighter and start sticking them down to the bottom. Then we're going to add just some mild flavors. We got black pepper, just like, I don't know, 25 black peppercorns. Please count them out one at a time. It's a really important part of the process. And then we're gonna get some lemon. We're just gonna take one strip of lemon zest, a little bit of the rind too, why not? Stick that in here. Some sugar, just I don't know. Let's go tablespoon. 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're gonna pick the dill from Outpost Agriculture, throw that in here. Some apple cider vinegar. We're gonna do 1 part apple cider vinegar to 2 parts water, 2 parts hot water. Our next preparation is going to be a quick stir fry. It's a butternut squash and garlic scape stir fry. First thing we got to do is make these a little bit more manageable. I like the long curly Q things of the scapes just because they're pretty and that's why I can them like that. But they're a little hard to eat like that. So for this one, we're going to make them a little bit more of a manageable size. Chop them down 2 inches or so. Something that they still will make up some body in the dish, but they won't be too hard to eat. Just get them cut down, following along the curve, till you have enough to make a nice little snack. I already have a pan going here. I'm gonna see how hot it is. It could be a little hotter. We're gonna add oil and wait for the oil to start smoking just a little bit. Already there, we're doing great. Okay, we can see that there's a little bit of smoke happening here. And we're gonna start off with the butternut squash because we want that to cook a little bit. I've already cooked this just by boiling it. And now I want to add a little bit of color to the outside of the butternut squash. So we've added the garlic scapes now. And we just want to give them another little toss. Just a quick toss. Get some oil on them. Keep them on the heat. And then we're going to take a piece of ginger, and we are not going to be delicate with it. We're going to slice off the side and turn this thing into a big old rectangle. We'll use this in tea or broth or something, but then we have this little rectangle here. And what we're going to do is make big slices. And then we're going to make, say, little rectangles out of these. So we have little bite-sized pieces of ginger that we're going to put in here and really give the ginger some respect to go along with these garlic scapes. We're going to toss that around a little bit. Turn off the heat for just a moment. We're gonna take a little bit of cornstarch, just add maybe about a tablespoon into the container. Again, this is 1 serving. We're gonna add a little bit of water, another teaspoon or tablespoon, and just stir that together, making sure we get all the lumps out. We're gonna add a little bit of soy sauce, probably about 1.5 tablespoons. Shake that together, double checking for the lumps. And then we're gonna take our special ingredient, lao gan ma, which is just an incredible spicy chili oil that I've fallen in love with. We're gonna turn that heat back on. Take a big spoonful, lao gan ma, mix it up. And that sauce is already starting to come together. But first, before we start taking it off the pan, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Just to calm it down a bit and give us a little bit more time before I add a little bit of honey. Just a little bit. Now we have this sauce that's gonna thicken up around the garlic scapes and the butternut squash. So this cook happens really, really quick. We're done here. Gonna turn the heat off. Set everything right here on one of Seabird Pottery's awesome plates. And that's it. We're gonna add a little bit more because I just straight can't help but eat jars of this at a time. And we're gonna see if it's any good. Chili crisp, garlic scape, butternut squash. The sweetness of a butternut squash and the sauce works really well together. The chili crisp is a little bit salty, sweet, spicy, crunchy, and that works really well together. That's really good. Okay, we're gonna pop the top on this thing. And we're trying to take one of these long boys out. Just as snappy and crunchy as it was yesterday, but with a little bit more brightness. If that sat for another couple of weeks, it'd be even better. Thank you for tuning in today, and I hope you go out and try some garlic scapes from your garden. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Today we are escaping standard uses of garlic, and we're using... Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1.